Hello, good day to everyone. Welcome tonight to our sharing about Clean 9, how to transform yourself in 9 days. Our main speaker tonight will be Abigail, my direct upline. And thank you very much to Abigail and Yu Chen also for inviting me as a guest speaker. So later on, after Abigail sharing, I will be sharing on my testimonies and also some of my clients' testimonies. So stay tuned until the end. Thank you very much. So first of all, please switch off all your mics and also camera so that we don't have any interruptions. And let me do a brief introduction about our main speaker tonight, Abigail. She was actually a teacher in a private school in KL for the past 8 years. And she actually started consuming Forever Living in 2019. And because she was having hemoglobin issue during her pregnancy, so she was looking for a supplement to help her with that. And when she started using Forever Living, she actually saw how the products actually help her, and she started to share the products to people around her. That's how she came to start her Plan B in Forever Living since March 2020, when she was suffering a 60% deduction of her salary. So she has been very, very consistent in doing Forever Living for close to 2 years now. And she is also an amazing mom of a 2-year-old girl. So she decided to switch her job to part-time, and she is doing full-time in Forever Living. So because she actually see the potential in this business that can bring her to a very long forever journey lah. Okay, so without further ado, let's invite our speaker for tonight, Abigail. I'll pass the floor to you.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Cindy, for the wonderful introduction. Okay, so all of you can hear me, right? I think you can hear me. Okay, so today I'm going to share about Clean 9. Okay, I think you guys can see my screen, right? Okay, yeah. Okay, so today's sharing is how you can transform your health in just 9 days. So this sharing today will be centered around our Clean 9 sharing. Okay, so let me just share with you guys what is Clean 9 all about. So basically, Clean 9 is a 9 days detox program that is designed by Forever Living to help us to remove stored toxins and to help us to feel lighter and more energized. So, and if you are also one of those people who are actually looking to actually kickstart your journey to a healthier, cleaner, slimmer body, then Clean 9 might just be the right program for you. Okay, so today I will start my sharing on Clean 9. Okay, so basically Clean 9 is a very, very simple program, a very well thought out program, but it is also very simple. And basically you just need to follow these 4 systematic steps, and hopefully by the end of the 9 days, you should be able to achieve your health and fitness goal. So step 1, what do we do during Clean 9? Is that we have to detoxify our body first, and then followed by clean diet throughout the 9 days. So later I'll share more on each part. And step 3 is also exercising. So if you have, before you join Forever Living, or maybe now you're still not a member in Forever Living yet, maybe someone brought you into today's sharing, perhaps you have tried like detox teas or detox program outside before, right? Some of them, they promise you that you can lose, for example, 2 kilos, 5 kilos, and even 10 kilos in a certain duration, whether it's like 10 days or 20 days or a month or so, but there is actually no exercising involved. Okay, so it's actually quite questionable for me personally, because I don't believe that you can actually achieve a sustainable fit body or slim body without putting in effort. So if you're looking for that type of product, then this might not be the one for you. But if you want a legit proper way to actually do to actually transform your body, and not just slim down, but to transform your body into a healthier version of you, then Clean 9 is the way to go. It's a proper way to do it lah. Okay, So I'll just be upfront. Our clean 9 does involve exercising for all of the 9 days. So there's actually no shortcut to it, okay? And last but not least, which is also very important, which is step 4, getting in enough sleep throughout the 9 days is also very important, okay? So some of you might wonder, what are some of the signs that tells our body signals or shows to us that we need to detox? So some of the signs that you might notice is, for example, brain fog. Okay, maybe like you are constantly forgetting things, poor memory, depression, insomnia, being unable to sleep, skin breakouts, acne, bad breath, fatigue, dry lips, skin rashes. If you are constantly breaking out in hives, some people, they have this phlegm issue, hives, okay, or eczema. These are actually signs that your body is telling you, your immune system is signaling to you that you should pay attention to it. Okay, so these are just some of the signs, because our body is actually very intelligent. So if you have heard about this line before, you are what you eat, it's actually very true, because what goes into your body is actually reflected on the outer. And before I joined Forever Living, I didn't actually know the significance of like what is reflected on the outside is actually what goes on the inside. Because back then, back in 2020 during MCO, I suddenly had, I think I shared this with some of you before, I suddenly had an outburst of a lot of acne on my face. And no matter how much product I put, or what I tried to do, put mask and facial mask and all that, it still didn't go away. Until then, I asked my uplines and my leaders what I should do, and they said I should do 内调, which is internal balancing lah. So you treat the problem from inside out. So after I did that, I could actually see very significant results in just 3 to 4 months. So definitely what goes into your body is actually reflected on the outside. I'm not talking about like 1-2 bg of pimple popping out during PMS. That one is normal. But I'm talking about those where, let's say, for example, your acne is constantly coming out. Let's say, like, I don't know whether some of you have experienced this before or not. Like after you treat this part, let's say the right side of your cheek, and then suddenly you notice the left side of your cheek, let's say your right side is recovered, then suddenly the left side, some acne will pop up on the left side. And then let's say your left side is done already, recovered, so-called recovered, then suddenly you'll find that your forehead will start growing pimples. So it's like a never-ending story lah. Okay, that was my case. I don't know whether any of you have gone through that before. So that is actually a signal from our body. So we need to pay attention to it. Okay. All right. So the next thing. Okay, so Clean is actually a very systematic program, as I mentioned earlier. It's divided into 2 simple stages. Okay, the first stage is day 1 and day 2. So what you need to do during day 1 and day 2 is you need to actually do fasting. Okay, more on that later. And of course, during the fasting period, you are also it will be complemented with our supplements and our products that will help you to get through the 9 days, so not to worry. Okay, and you do get to eat certain free foods as well if you need to. And stage 2, which is day 3 to day 9 of the program, day 3 onwards you can actually start eating already. So for females, we recommend eating a 600 calorie meals. Males, they can eat anywhere between 600 to 800 calories. Okay, right, so why should we fast? Okay, so fasting is actually a very interesting topic. Okay, so as I was preparing today's sharing, I did a bit of read up on the background of like why fasting. So actually what fasting does is it actually kickstarts a process called autophagy. Okay, so autophagy comes from a Greek word. Auto means self, phagy means eating. So self-eating, meaning to say in simple words, it actually helps our body to get rid of dead or damaged cells so that new cells can actually be regenerated. So if you Google or do a simple search on the benefits of autophagy, a lot of amazing studies will actually come out. Okay, so just a bit of background on how autophagy was founded. It was actually founded by this professor called Dr. Yoshinori Osumi. okay, back in the 1960s. So his study on autophagy actually won him a Nobel Prize back in 2016. Yeah, so it's very, very interesting. Okay, so let me just show you guys a few of the benefits that you can enjoy when you fast and when a process called autophagy is being kick-started. Okay, and there's a way to go about it, but let me just share with you. So you can see here on this left-hand side, some of the benefits of autophagy. Studies have shown helps prevent cancer, it enhances muscle performance, it helps prevent neurodegenerative diseases. Like some people, they have this disease called Alzheimer. So it can actually prevent like Alzheimer's, and also it can actually help to reduce and regulate inflammation. So if you're someone who gets inflammatory conditions such as arthritis, it can also help to reduce that. And also it can reduce the effect of aging, which is what a lot of us want, right? So which of you want to continue to look younger? Or, I mean, as much as possible. Can you type 1 in the chat? I think all of us here, we take care of our health. Part of the reason is because we want to look younger than what our age states on the paper, right? Yeah, so for me as well, okay. And it can also enhance cellular energy. And in fact, very interestingly, studies have also shown that autophagy can actually help lower blood sugar, reduce heart rate. So it's very, very beneficial for people who have like high cholesterol, diabetes, or the san gao lah in Mandarin we call it. So high blood sugar and high blood pressure, all the very complicated diseases lah. Okay, so these are part of the benefits that autophagy can actually bring to us. So how then do we kickstart autophagy? Does it mean that you just fast for a few hours or one day, then it's done? So studies have actually shown that in order for this autophagy process to be kickstarted, it requires a minimum of 18-hour fast. So you need to fast for a minimum of 18 hours. But for best results, if you really want to see positive results from this fasting, then you have to fast for at least 2 to 3 days. And very interestingly, during Clean 9, we actually fast for how many days? 2 days, right? Day 1 and day 2. So at least 48 hours. So definitely by doing Clean 9, you are actually helping yourself to kickstart this autophagy process, which can bring a lot of health benefits for your body. So later I will share a few of my customers' testimony. I will share a few of my customers' testimony, okay, on how this doing Clean 9 has actually benefited them, okay. Some of them, they have quite serious health condition as well. Okay, so the next thing, okay, after you are done with fasting, right? Okay, sorry, I've just backtracked a bit. Okay, so let's say, right, some people, when they when they hear fasting is required during Clean 9, they start getting very nervous because they've actually never done fasting before. I'll be very honest, when I first joined Forever Living, I knew about this Clean 9 program, right? I was quite reluctant to do it, even though I knew it was a good program, because I have not actually fasted for such a long period of time before. So plus I have this thalassemia, I'm a thalassemia carrier, right? So I'm just worried, what if I get dizzy, or I get tired, or I get headache, and some of these symptoms, you know? So then I decided, but finally I decided to just give it a try lah. And very surprisingly, throughout the 9 days, and especially the first 2 days, I was okay. I didn't have any of this like dizziness symptoms or nausea lah. Okay, only during day 2, I will have to admit, I did feel a little bit tired lah. Okay, because you're not actually eating food, so it's natural for you to feel tired. So some tips for those of you who have actually not done this before. Let's say if you are someone with very serious gastric issue, or you are not confident in fasting, so another alternative you can actually do is you can try intermittent fasting first. So maybe before you start Clean 9, you can do 1 or 2 weeks of intermittent fasting, and then it will slowly help you to ease into the program, so that when the actual Clean 9 actually starts, you won't feel so how to say so difficult lah. Okay, so or you can actually switch day 1 and day 2 to intermittent fasting, and or some people who are breastfeeding. Later Cindy will share more. One of our clients is actually a breastfeeding mom, and she has a pretty good result from Clean 9 as well. So breastfeeding moms, we all know you need the calories. You cannot afford to reduce your calorie because it will affect your breast milk output, right? So what you can do is you can still stick to 600 calories, means you jump straight to day 3, and then you start taking 600 calorie meal on day 1, day 2, right up to day 9, instead of fasting. So these are some of the options. So this program is, I would say, pretty flexible. You can always feel free to tweak it around based on your own health condition or based on your own needs lah. But of course, if you can, try to follow through with the 9 days according to the manual. So if you want to know what's the manual, you can ask the person who invited you into this sharing. Today, I won't be sharing the full manual because otherwise it will take up a lot of time. But today is just to give you an overview about how the program is going to work lah. Okay, so yeah, that's that. And then, okay, so after you're done with fasting day 1 and day 2, the next step is to ensure that you eat a pretty clean diet throughout the 9 days. So when some people who are very used to eating a lot on a daily basis, okay, like Malaysia, we have a lot of 美食, right? A lot of very yummy and delicious food. So when they think of a 600 calorie meal, some people might think that it's gonna be very dull and boring. Like they will ask me like, do I have to eat bland steamed chicken for 9 days, or just eat like steamed vegetables, steam everything without any salt? The simple answer is no. Okay, you actually don't have to. Okay, in fact, a 600 calorie meal can actually be very, very delicious, as you can see from the pictures here. I don't know about you. Do you guys find this yummy or not? If you do, can you type 2? For me, this looks very appetizing to me lah. Okay, I don't mind eating this maybe 4 or 5 out of 9 days. Okay, maybe not every day lah, because I still have very Chinese taste, but I still need my 炒面 Fujian 面 all these 板面. But I wouldn't mind eating this, right? So how you can actually portion this, as you can see from the picture, if you are non-vegan, you can go for 1 portion of protein. So you can go for high fatty fish such as salmon. You can choose eggs. Eggs is the simplest. Like some people, they live a very hectic lifestyle. They tell me, hey, I don't have time to prepare lah. You know, how I want to come back home and then I still want to prepare my meal. So never mind, you can just poach or steam or boil, or just pan fry eggs. Yeah, eggs is the simplest way to get in your protein. Or you can also go for like chicken, dory fish. So there's actually a lot of options. And if plant-based options, I'm sure you know, there's tofu, tempeh, there's a lot of options, right? So then you can, apart from protein, you can also go for like 1 serving of your carbs. Okay, try to go for complete carbs if possible, like whole grain pasta, brown rice, okay, instead of white rice lah. Okay, because for some people, right, white rice can actually spike their insulin levels. So it's better lah if you can go for complete carbs lah. So, and then don't forget vegetables is also very important. Vegetables, you can have as many as you want because it's usually very, very low in calories. So you can have between 1 to 2 servings. So you just portion your plate, okay? Or you can go online, you can type in healthy plating, and then they will show you like how to portion it, okay? So this is actually, looks super appetizing, like sweet potato, yeah. So for me personally, during Clean 9, I did add a little bit of salt lah. Okay, like some people, they completely don't touch salt, but for me, I don't mind. So I added some salt, okay? So, and remember when you're eating, try to chew your food. Take time to actually chew your food, because when you actually chew it properly, it will help keep you fuller for longer periods of time. Yeah, even though you're very hungry, try not to like gobble down your food lah, because the faster you eat, the hungrier you will get. Yeah. Okay, so I would also like to share with you guys an app that I use to count my calories. Yes, Cindy said drink water. Yes, so during day 1 and day 2 especially, you will feel very hungry, especially on day 2 lah. For me lah, at least on day 2, I started constantly thinking about food. So how I curb the hunger cravings was I drink lots of water, I eat bee pollen. In fact, I stand by 2 bottles. This is just some of my tips that I share with you guys. Maybe some of you here are planning to do clean 9 after Ramadan or before Raya or something like that. So you can consider, I stand by 2 bottles of bee pollen. I don't actually 100% follow the manual because bee pollen is actually a natural multivite, right? So you can actually eat as many as possible. And bee pollen is very effective because firstly, it can help you to boost your metabolism, boost your energy level, and it can also help you to reduce your hunger cravings. So later I'll share more on what bee pollen does. Okay, so how you can count your calories? For me personally, I use my FitnessPal app. Any of you know this app? Or maybe any of you, you're using any other interesting apps, you can share in the comment, because some of you here, like Ashley, she's an expert in Clean 9 also. Okay, so I use this app because it's free and I find it very convenient. So what I do is, what you can do, you download this app on Android or Apple, right? App Store. Then let's say, okay, today I'm eating salted mushroom. So I just key in salted mushroom. They will show me how many calories it is. Let's say I'm eating pan-fried salmon. Then they will also, there's a few options. So you can choose which option you want. And agak-agak, roughly, they will tell you how many calories each of the food. And then that will help you to be able to tabulate roughly what is the caloric intake in each of the foods that you're preparing for that day. And for me personally, I recommend planning your meal a few days or 1 week ahead in time. Try not to like some people, right? They fast on day 1 and day 2, and then they only want to start planning their meal on day 2, and then they want to start doing grocery shopping. Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend that lah. So I would recommend before you even start Clean 9, you try to already lay out what's your meal plan for day 3 to day 9, because that will actually help you to make better decisions. Because if you actually wait till the last minute and you're quite hungry on day 2, you might end up making certain dangerous food choices. Maybe you will go for food that has higher calorie intake because you're already very hungry. So naturally, your brain will gravitate towards food that are higher in calories, and you might accidentally exceed the calorie intake without knowing lah. Okay, so some of my clients pernah ask me, they say, if I eat about 700-800 calories can or like slightly more than that, you know, I will usually say, if me lah, my style is I will try to follow 100% lah, because you want to actually follow the program fully so that you can see the full results of the program, right? Because if you don't actually follow the program in fully, let's say you tao sick here and there, here and there, right? Then your result, let's say if it's not the result that you want to see, then you might end up blaming yourself or blaming the person who introduced you to the program. You get what I mean? So for me personally, since I already decided to, yes, like what Ashley said, follow if you want good results. Since you already decided to commit yourself to these 9 days, then just do it properly for the 9 days. After that, if you want to makan a bit here and there, want to snack, you can do that lah, okay? But just for 9 days, you just try to exercise some self-control and tahan, okay? So that's my tip. Okay, so now, other than the food intake part and also fasting, so don't worry, during the 9 days, Forever Living has actually designed supplements that will help you throughout your 9-day journey. Okay, so this is our Aloe Vera Gel. And those of you who have tried our Aloe Vera Gel knows that one of the main properties of our Aloe Vera Gel is detoxification, right? So it helps you to clear out all the toxins in your body. And the second function it has, it will help you to repair your body system. So it will boost your immune system, it will improve your gut health and reduce inflammation in your body. So it's actually suitable for everyone. okay, from kids to adults to older folks also, they can actually drink. And the third thing it does is it will actually replenish your body with a large variety of vitamins. So later I will share what vitamins are there. Okay, now I would just like to share a bit based on this chart that you guys can see. Okay, so what is this? Okay, you can see on the right hand side, right? This one actually reminds you of something that I have at home that looks exactly like this. It's my floor mat. Okay, so and you can see this villi and microvilli. It's actually when you use the microscope to zoom in, this is how our digestive tract actually looks like on the inside. So let me ask you guys, if you want to clean out your carpet at home, what do you use? Do you use water or soap, or do you use both? Maybe you can type in the chat. Okay. Ashley said both. Cindy. Okay, wow. Very smart lah, all of you. Okay, yes. Actually, you should use both lah, okay? Because soap is able to actually remove all the dust, the dirt, the grime out from the mat, but you still need water in order to effectively cleanse out the soap, right? So the same thing applies for our digestive system, okay? When you're drinking aloe vera, make sure, especially when you're doing clean 9, you have to drink at least 2 to 3 liters of water so that you can help your body to flush out. Yes, exactly. Flush out all the toxins, like what Ashley mentioned. And what is the substance inside aloe vera? A very unique substance that helps our body to detox itself is saponins. So when you actually take the aloe vera bottle, before you pour it out and drink, make sure you actually shake it properly, and you will see bubbles actually forming on the surface of your glass. And so last time, long ago, I have this customer who is very cute. She asked me, hey, why you sell me spoiled aloe vera? Then I said, huh, what do you mean? Then she said, why so many bubbles on top of my cup? Then I said, oh, okay. Because that time I was still quite new, so I actually forgot to explain this part to her lah. So then later I explained to her that this is actually formed due to the natural detergent, the bubble forming properties of this thing called saponins inside aloe vera. And I said the fact that there is actually this bubble shows that your aloe vera is very fresh. Yeah, then she said, oh, okay. Yeah, so make sure you shake it properly before you drink, okay? And then another substance that helps these saponins to work very well in our body is lignin. This lignin will actually enhance the penetrative effect of the saponins and help these saponins to work better inside our digestive tract. Okay. So aloe vera is seriously very amazing. If you haven't tried it, you must try it at least once in your life. Okay. So aloe vera, you can see, right? It actually consists of all these nutrients. It's actually jam-packed with nutrients. There's 75 nutrients inside, including 20 minerals, 12 vitamins, 18 amino acids, and 200 active enzymes. Yeah, so actually when you're drinking this, I would say it's a pretty complete form of supplements, especially if you're looking to detox. And certain research and studies have actually shown that aloe vera actually helps in weight loss. Yeah, so can you imagine when you're doing fasting coupled with clean eating, exercising, plus aloe vera, you are bound to get very, very good results if you follow through with the program. Okay. And the next item, okay, is Arctic Sea fish oil. So this fish oil, right, is actually very unique because our Arctic Sea fish oil is a combination of omega-3 and omega-9. If you have gone into certain pharmacies or if you have went to do some survey before, most likely you will find a lot of fish oil with omega-3, but very, very, very few in the market actually have this omega-9. So what makes our Arctic Sea fish oil unique is that it has a combination of omega-3 and 9, which is a very good source of EPA and DHA. And fun fact, okay, actually our human bodies are unable to produce omega-3. So we have to actually get it from outside sources. And unless you are someone who eats a lot of fatty fish, like let's say salmon, mackerel, tuna on a daily basis, let's say 7 days a week, every day also you eat this fatty fish and you're getting enough fatty fish intake, enough omega-3, then you don't have to rely on fish oil. But I would say 90% of us, we don't lah. Especially we are Asians, right? You can see our Malaysian diet is actually very carb-based. Nasi lemak, ban mian, wanton mian, all carbs, right? So we need to actually get our omega-3 source from something like this Arctic sea fish oil. Yeah, and it's also not economical. Mahal if everyday salmon, exactly. Everyday salmon, not economical, but if you actually do the math, just eating 2 to 4 capsules of fish oil per day actually makes more sense for your pocket lah. Okay, so and our Arctic sea is also harvested from mercury and pollution-free area. That's why the name of the fish oil is called Arctic sea, because it's harvested from Arctic Ocean. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about like our fish containing all the harmful substances like mercury and all that. Okay, so what does omega-3 do for our body? It can help us to support circulatory function, and it can also help support healthy cholesterol and triglyceride levels lah. Okay, so this is actually one of the few functions of Arctic sea. And those who have like, let's say, joint issues, if you're constantly having like joint pain or arthritis, you also should take fish oil. So this fish oil is actually very helpful because it can help you to break down all the bad fats like cholesterol in your body during the clean 9. Okay, and after that, you can actually continue taking fish oil as well, even after you're done with clean 9, because there'll be a little bit left inside your bottle. Okay, next is one of my favorite, which is bee pollen. Just now earlier I mentioned I usually stand by like 2 bottles. First round of clean 9, I actually did clean 9 twice. First round I didn't know, so I only had 1 bottle. And because I was so hungry, right? So whenever I feel hungry on the second day, I just kept eating. And then after that, I realized it wasn't enough already. So I cannot order again because that time was during MCO. So if my advice is if you're doing clean 9 and if budget-wise you're okay, you can try to stand by bee pollen, because bee pollen, first thing, right, it helps boost your energy. It can help increase better metabolism rate, and it's also a very complete source of nutrition. So bee pollen is what we call a natural multivitamin and multi-mineral supplement. So what you do, right, you can just chew on it. You don't have to swallow. And I personally like the taste lah. Okay, it tastes a little bit sweet one. Yeah, naturally sweet, no added sugar. And so you can see bee pollen itself, right, is packed with 22 amino acids, 18 enzymes, 27 minerals, and at least 16 vitamins. So you can imagine it can actually pack your body with all these nutrients during clean 9. And the B complex vitamin inside bee pollen is the one that helps you boost your metabolism. Yeah, so it will boost your metabolism. And when your body's metabolism actually increases, it will actually help you to have better fat burning rate, which is what we want out of clean 9, right? So a lot of people who want to do clean 9, one of their purpose is they want to lose weight. So taking a lot of bee pollen can help, okay, because it can actually help you to burn fat, and also it can help you to reduce hunger cravings, which brings me to my next slide. You can see here, it's a natural energy booster. It can help relieve. These are just a few of the example, okay? If you think bee pollen is just to reduce your hunger craving or give you energy booster, it actually has a lot of other benefits. So it's helpful for those with digestive problem. For example, if you're someone who always get bloatedness, acid reflux, or like gastric, you can take bee pollen along with our aloe and honey as well. And let's say if you are someone who always feel very tired during work, very lethargic, hard to focus, you can take bee pollen because it can enhance your alertness. And also those who are suffering from anemia, pink sweat, and those who have wrinkles or hyperpigmentation issue, we would usually also recommend them to eat more bee pollen. So there is actually no limit to how many tablets you can take because bee pollen is a natural multivitamin. So you can start with 3 to 4 up to like 10 to 15 tablets per day also can. So based on the manual, you can check. They will tell you at what times you need to take bee pollen. But if you want to take more than that, it's fine. I personally, during my second round of clean 9, I actually just took off. Whenever I felt hungry, I just kept eating and keep biting, like what Ashley said. Because when you actually bite, it actually tricks your brain into thinking that you're actually eating, and subconsciously you will start feeling quite full. So after I eat bee pollen, what I do, I also keep drinking lots of water, and that way I actually managed to go through my day 2 lah, without any major symptoms. Yeah. Okay, so this is our amazing bee pollen, and it's also very affordable. Okay, next part of what is in our Clean 9 is our Forever Light soy protein. So our soy protein comes in 2 flavors, chocolate and vanilla, and it actually contains soy instead of whey. So it's suitable for those who are vegan or vegetarian, or those who go for plant-based diet. They cannot take whey protein, right? Because it comes from cow's milk. So taking soy protein helps them, and it's also 0 cholesterol. And in fact, for those of you who are lactose intolerant, you can also take our soy protein. Okay, so our soy protein actually can help support muscle build. So during the 9 days at different timing, you will, if you look at the manual, they will advise you at what time and at what time of the day you need to actually take the soy protein. So when you choose your Clean 9 package, you can actually choose whether you want vanilla or chocolate. I personally like the vanilla a lot lah. Who else likes the vanilla flavor? You can type in the chat. I'm team vanilla lah. Chocolate I've tried, but I prefer vanilla. But some of my customers prefer chocolate. So to each their own. Okay. And this Forever Light soy protein is also a very complete essential amino acid that can support human life. Yeah. So it's actually jam-packed with nutrients. So you can see here, 1 scoop of Forever Light actually contains all these vitamin C, vitamin A, fiber, calcium, carbohydrate, and protein. And all this on a daily basis is actually quite hard for us. Sorry, I accidentally pressed something. Okay, and all these are actually quite hard for us to obtain on a daily basis. Yeah, so it's actually quite hard for us to get all this intake of food on a daily basis, unless you're someone who eats super duper healthily. But I think most of us, we still eat outside food every now and then. We also eat junk food. For example, we drink bubble tea. So this Forever Light soy protein is actually a very complete source of protein. Okay, and it tastes good. Okay, next is this fiber. Okay, you all can see this fiber. It actually comes in sachet form, but when you actually buy the Clean 9 set, they already segregate it for you, 9 sachets inside the Clean 9 pack. Okay, before this, we didn't have, so we had to buy a la carte. But now the good news is Clean 9 is back in stock, so you don't have to buy the whole pack. And what this fiber does is it will help you to suppress your appetite and craving, and it can also relieve occasional constipation. Because during Clean 9, right, especially on day 1 and day 2, you're not eating frequently, so you will find that, right, some people will find that they tend to get a lot of constipation. Okay, so because you're not eating, no input, no output ma. So some people who already has constipation issue, they might find that during Clean 9, they are more prone to getting constipation. So that's why this fiber is here lah, okay, to help you to relieve the occasional constipation that you might have. Okay, so I'm done explaining about the products, right? So these are the 7 products that will help you throughout your 9-day journey. And next, okay, not forgetting, step 3 of Clean 9 is to ensure that you exercise every day for the 9 days, including day 1 and day 2, for at least 30 minutes. Sorry, wait now. Because by exercising 30 minutes, right, it actually helps your body to kickstart the fat burning process. That's why in the manual, you will see they recommend getting exercise of at least 30 minutes. So what kind of exercises to do? You can do many types. On day 1 and day 2, right, because you're not eating, so I will highly recommend you try to listen to your body. Don't push your body so hard, unless, let's say, if you have already did Clean 9 twice or thrice, you're quite used to it and you know what your body can take. Like we have some of our friends in this group, day 1, day 2, they also go for like, what you call that, spinning, cycling. because they are already used to it. They have already did clean 9 a few times, so they understand what their body can take. But let's say if it's the first time you're doing, then I would highly advise you try to listen to your body. So you can do light workout like light cardio, or you can actually YouTube. I used to follow this YouTube account. You just type in on YouTube low impact exercise, and a lot of low impact workout can actually come out. So as long as you're getting in at least 30 minutes, then it's fine. And on day 3 onwards, maybe then you can do something more intense like HIIT or spinning or Zumba or Tabata. These few examples lah. Okay, so to each your everyone has their own comfort level of what kind of workout they do. So find something that you like doing, okay? Because if you like doing it, right, chances are after the 9 days, you will also continue with this exercise after the 9 days. And this helps you to continue with a healthy lifestyle, okay? And step 4, which is very important, make sure you try to go to bed early. I think KL folks on average, most people sleep at around 12 like that lah, or maybe after 12, right? But if you can, then try to sleep earlier than 12. It will be good for you, especially when you're doing clean 9, and try to get in at least 8 to 9 hours of sleep, because sleep will actually affect our hormones, and then it will also affect our body's fat burning abilities as well. Okay, so this is our clean 9 set. Okay, you can see all the items listed there. You will get 3 bottles of aloe vera, 1 fish oil, 1 bee pollen, forever light, and fiber. And you can actually feel free to add on things like super green, fields of green, because this will also help with your constipation and also provide you with nutrient. So if you want to know more about the other products, you can ask the person who invited you to today's sharing. Okay, but today we're just covering the basic. So you can see our retail price of 1 set of clean 9 for 9 days is $668 and 3 cents. But let's say if you sign up as a novice or preferred customer, PC is preferred customer, you actually get 5% off. So you're paying 634 ringgit and 60 cents. But if you intend to upgrade to VIP, which I think is super worth it, okay, because you straight away get 30% off, okay, and then there's no maintenance required, no renewal required. So this, once you level up to VIP, you can actually enjoy clean 9 at 467 ringgit and 62 cents. So you just do the math, and then you can see how much savings you're getting out of the price difference. Yeah, so it's actually very worth it. Okay. Okay, so the next part I will share before I pass my time to Cindy. The last part I will actually want to share some of my clients' testimonies with you guys. Okay, so right, this customer, okay, she actually did 1 round of clean 9 followed by 1 round of Aloe 8. Okay, so you can see here. Wait, sorry. Okay, so you can see here, right? She suddenly told me after clean 9 and Aloe 8, she said, my period is not here yet. So she actually decided to take the pregnancy test like maybe in another 2 weeks, because she's afraid that if she takes it like too early, then she might get disappointed if she doesn't see anything lah. Okay, so she said she'll wait another 2 weeks, and then I told her to get this clear blue test kit, because this clear blue test kit is actually very accurate. I'm sure a lot of moms here, you know. Okay, so it's able to detect your pregnancy even at the very early stages. So then she actually shared that, oh, she tested, okay, this was like after one week or so, or 2 weeks lah. I think she didn't even wait till 2 weeks was up. She tested quite early on, and then she straight away sent me her test kit, and then I was so shocked and surprised. She was actually pregnant, and it's a very big deal because she told me she has been trying to get pregnant, to conceive for a very, very long time, for more than 6 months. And in fact, during the first round of clean 9, during the first round when she tried, she actually got pregnant, but she had a miscarriage. Yeah, so let me share with you. This is her. I'm sharing this with her permission. So you can see the very big difference. On the left-hand side is the after, right-hand side is before. So, and then she said what motivated her to actually start clean 9 was because when she went back for Chinese New Year, right? Not Chinese New Year, before Chinese New Year, she when she meets her relative, a lot of them actually keeps asking her, is she pregnant? Padahal she's not lah, you know. So she actually felt very frustrated because she's a bit on the chubby side, ma. So she was motivated to actually do clean 9 so that she can look better before Chinese New Year lah. Okay, so that was her main purpose, to look better. But little did she know, this other than helping herself to lose weight and to look better, it actually helped her to conceive naturally. And she has been trying for like 6 months. Yeah, and even with a miscarriage during the first round of trying. So yeah, this is a very, very amazing testimony. And this is also not the first case of conception, natural conception after clean 9. We've had a lot of our testimonies from other people in this group who also have similar experiences. Okay, so if you're wondering like, how come clean 9 can actually help you to conceive, is because when you actually go through a detox, you're actually rebooting your whole body system. So you're actually improving your overall health. So when your overall health improves, let's say you have hormonal imbalances, clean 9 can actually help you with that. So when you actually reboot your whole system, right, your whole body is actually in a healthier, more optimal state. So usually you can actually conceive. I'm not saying that you will definitely conceive after you do clean 9. Don't quote me on this, but it can actually help you, because sometimes some of us have underlying health issues that we don't know. That's why clean 9 is such an effective program. Yeah, because it can actually help you to detoxify and reboot your whole body system. Okay, just like for example if we have a wardrobe full of clothes, right, we keep putting clothes inside and then we don't declutter or we don't spring clean every now and then, the whole wardrobe is gonna like 爆炸, right? It's gonna explode, right? Yeah, so likewise, our body system is also the same. So you imagine day in, day out for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, we've been eating all the food, but we don't clean it every now and then. So then our body will start feeling heavy, and that's when you start seeing a lot of health problems. Like some people, they will get fatigue lah, they will get high cholesterol, they will get a lot of health issues. So cleaning out our body system at least once or twice, or if you want to do it more than twice a year also can. You can seek advice from your agent, from the person who invited you in. Yeah, but I definitely recommending doing at least once or twice a year lah. Okay. And this is another very amazing testimony that I want to share. This client actually has high cholesterol, high blood sugar, high blood pressure, and she also used to have endometriosis, which is 子宫内膜. Okay, so it's a kind of growth in your uterus. So, and she also have thyroid. I can't remember, was it hypo or hyper? I think it's hypothyroid. So she have a lot of health conditions. Okay, so you can imagine lah. So she's already on medication for all her issues. Okay, so she decided to do clean 9, and she was quite skeptical whether the clean 9 can actually help her or not, because she has so many health problems, right? But anyway, I said just give it a go. And after that, right, after clean 9, you can see this is actually her feedback. She said she wanted to share with me something. She don't know whether it's a coincidence or not, but she sendiri said, I think it's the clean 9 lah. Okay, so her heart rate, which has always been on the high side, 100 to 110, right, which is on the high side. Okay, but these 2 days, which is after her clean 9, she noticed that her heart rate has been very consistent at 75 to 85. And for someone with so many health issues, right, this is actually a very good start, you know. So I was so happy, obviously. So I screenshot and I asked her whether I can share her testimony or not. Yeah, so, and then she said, hoping that this is the beginning of a healthy heart and body. And because she has so many health conditions, right, it was actually quite, challenging for her to actually do clean 9. But I just asked her to do her best lah, okay, and listen to her body. And of course, I guided her throughout the 9 days. So yeah, you guys can see, if you have any friends, family members, or clients with like all these san gao issues or thyroid or hormonal imbalances, definitely ask them to try out clean 9, because it will actually benefit them a lot. Okay. So, and this is myself and my husband. My husband actually did clean 9 first before me. Let me just move this cursor. I don't know why this thing is here. Okay, sorry. Okay, so he actually lost close to 3 kg. He's not like a very chubby person, quite skinny to begin with. Okay, but even despite that, right, you can see even a skinny person like him can also lose 3 kilos. And you can see the body measurement actually has very significant reduction one. For example, like in his calves, in his waist, in his hips and all that. So you can see there's actually reduction, okay, even in just a short 9 days. And this one was me, my first clean night after I gave birth lah, right, in 2021. Okay, I waited like for some time, like after 2 years, baru I decided to do lah, okay, because I was, to be frank, I was quite like, because I have to commit to 9 days, right, so I be malas like that. But I decided, okay, finally I should do it. So for most postpartum moms, our belly fat is the biggest issue. Likewise for me, okay, even though on the outside people can't see, but actually the belly fat is still there one. It's very hard to cut down. So thankfully, even though I only lost 2 kg, but there is a very, very significant difference in my belly. Immediately after like day 4 or day 5, right, I immediately can see, wow, my belly, such a huge difference, you know. Yeah, and I never, in this picture, I never like, how to say, suck in my tummy or anything on. I never soak on, okay? So yeah, I should definitely do another round soon. Okay, so before any major festivities, like let's say before Chinese New Year, Hari Raya, Christmas, you guys can consider to do lah, because everyone wants to look good, right, before these major festivities. Okay. Oh, another testimony I want to share. My husband, right, he used to have a very serious sinus. He will keep wheezing until like 11 or 12 a.m. p.m. in the morning. So the first step for him was he actually did clean 9. And after he did clean 9, right, he noticed that his sinus problem actually improved a lot. And after that, of course, I asked him to continue taking B propolis and garlic thyme lah. Okay. I still have to remind him every now and then, because you guys know lah, usually guys, they don't really like to take supplements. So sometimes I have to remind him every single day. Yeah, but it actually helps a lot. Immediately after clean 9, you can already see his sinus problem actually reduce a lot. In fact, now I don't actually hear him wheezing anymore. Yeah, so our product definitely helps a lot. And these are some of the other testimonies. Yep. So from my clients, so some of them, they want to lose weight, and then they said their husband also noticed that their arms are firmer, even though their weight loss reduction is only about 2 kg. Yeah. So yeah, I think I have come to the end of my sharing. Okay. Thank you so much. And I shall pass the time now to Cindy to continue sharing her part of the testimony. She has very, very powerful clean 9 testimony. So yeah, looking forward to your sharing, Cindy.
Thank you so much, Abigail. Okay, let me do my screen sharing, yeah. Okay. Hello. Can see, right, my slide? Okay. So without further ado, let me start my sharing. Hello again, my name is Cindy. So I'll be sharing my testimony on Clean 9. I guess whoever that follows me from day one knows that I really love this program. But before that, let me introduce myself a bit more. Okay, I'm actually a mom of a 1-year-old boy. I'm a full-time HR. Forever Living is my part-time now for about 4 to 5 months, I think. Yeah, so how do I come across Forever Living? Actually, it's more to my postpartum weight gain. I have been trying to lose weight for the past maybe since postpartum 8 to 9 months. And I've been doing like gym. I've been eating clean. Sometimes I even do detox because I understand the importance of detox also. And somehow I am able to reduce maybe like 1 to 2 kg lah. I was super happy at that time. But when it comes to wearing clothes and everything, I still feel that I'm very bloated. I still feel that I couldn't fit in some of my old clothes and look better, because I actually have a goal in March this year. I actually have a wedding in March lah. So it kind of pushed me to find a solution, because before that, why I never start going to gym, why I never start anything is because I feel that it's okay lah. I just had a baby. I don't have to stress myself. But when we decided, because at that time MCO was, the COVID situation was getting slightly better, and we thought maybe we should just go on with our wedding that has been postponing for 2 years. So at the time I tried but I tried even some supplements, like detox supplements actually, but somehow it just doesn't work. It's even more expensive than what I'm actually paying now, but it's only for 1 or 2 products, but it just doesn't work. So one day I actually contacted Abigail, my direct upline lah, because I actually followed her for the past 2 years that she has been doing Forever Living. And at that time I was interested in Aloe. Actually, it's another detox program by Forever Living lah. So when I told her my situation, she actually introduced me to Clean9. So at that time I was like, no harm trying lah, because since she suggested and I can see they actually have results, so might as well I just try lor. And since then I never regretted my decision. And actually I straight away joined Start Your Journey pack first. I straight away become our VIP, and then I bought my Clean9 package with the VIP price. So I feel that it's quite worth it lah for my Clean9. Then another thing that I realized, right, what helps me is my gastric issue. I actually have this thing called gastroesophageal reflux disease. If you don't know what it is that I have excessive acid production in my gastric, my stomach lah. Then if I eat too much, or if I eat too spicy, then it will have a reflux, means the acid will come up to my throat area, and then it will cause like heartburn, and then discomfort and bloating and everything. So I actually rely on medication a lot. Like you can see, this is my, I cannot read Mandarin, sorry, but I think that is, yeah. These are my medication. I buy tons and tons of medication, because actually medication helps me to relieve my bloating immediately lah, but it's still medication ma. So if like you eat long term, I feel that it's still not the best solution lah. But somehow when I started my Clean9, then after that I continue with my supplements like aloe vera, fish oil and stuff like that. I realized I don't take medication anymore. Subconsciously, I don't look for medication, because I realized actually since I'm taking supplements also, it helps with my issue. I still eat a lot of mala, I still eat a lot of spicy food, and it doesn't affect me at all, which is very, very amazing lah. So okay, like I said, right, I tried going to the gym, I tried doing my own eat clean and all. Back in October, at that time I only started a bit of gym lah. So at that time I actually lost maybe 1 to 2 kg, and I feel super proud. I even wear better clothes, better dress and all. But now that I look back to my old photos in October, November, December, the December picture is actually right before my Clean9 products reached me. At that time, I already contacted Abigail, but my product is not here yet. So I went for a wedding dinner, and I actually thought I look amazing. But now that I look back, actually, yeah, I could have done better for myself lah. So yeah, before I go to my testimonies, some people will think that what do I eat? What can I eat? Like what Abigail said just now, some people will think that probably it's very hard to eat something nice, but all these are done by myself at home. So what I do is I do very simple stuff. I eat a lot of vegetables. I eat a lot of stuff that can make me full, like tomatoes, cucumber. I eat sourdough bread, because sourdough bread actually, if you check from the apps, the MyFitnessPal, right, is actually not a lot of calories. Like you can eat 1 to 2 slices per meal, including some avocados, potatoes. And if you want to include meat, right, you can actually eat like 1 slice of chicken breast lah. So all this incorporate, actually it doesn't even reach 500 calories, and you can be very, very full. Why I would say this is because after first day and second day of fasting, right, you will actually notice when day 3 lah, when you first started eat your first meal, you will notice that you actually don't eat as much as you used to. This is what happened to myself lah. During the first day of my Hoi Zai, means I open fasting, right? I did a lot of salad, like 1 whole big bowl. Then I prepared chicken and I prepared a lot of fruits. But in the end, I couldn't finish everything. I only eat like half of it. Then I feel super full already. So yeah, this is one of my tips to you guys. Don't prepare too much. Prepare according to your calories. And also you try to imagine this is your whole portion. You try to cut into half or maybe 3/4 so that you don't waste food. Yes, correct. So other than home cooked food, maybe some people are very, very busy. I understand. Now that I'm already back to office, I also have been very, very busy. I've been trying to eat at home, but failed. So I also eat outside. These are some of my examples of outside food. I try to look for cleaner food, like fish bowl, salad atelier. I even go for Nando's, but Nando's I try not to eat their chicken because it's very waste of calories, because 1 chicken is almost like, I think 400 plus calories, then you can't eat something else. So I'll try to go for wraps. If you check on their apps, they actually show you what food will have how much calories, then you just follow. You don't have to be super strict to yourself sometimes. Then I also eat sandwiches, grilled sandwich with ham, eggs, and it's actually just enough for your 1 whole day punya calories. And actually you don't have to eat all 600 calories in 1 meal. You can split into 2. Actually, if sometimes you feel that I want to eat lunch and dinner, okay, fine. You can eat 300 during your lunch, 300 during your dinner. So you can mix and match. You don't have to be very strict that, I must eat only dinner or I must eat only lunch, like that. Yeah. I got my boba. Okay, so this is my personal testimony. So I'm not sure. I think a lot of people still haven't known my testimony yet. So this is my first round of Clean 9 in December. And you can, I mean, I don't know if you can see but for myself, this is a very, very impressive result for first time doing a proper detox with proper guidance and also supplements. Because last time my detox is either I do juice detox or I only take 1 product. Some of the popular products out there, the Wei Sang one, they only have 1 sachet of products and you just take per night, just like that. But at that one, I really don't have any much results, because 1 thing, they don't guide me a lot. Second thing is there's nothing much I can do other to help myself. But for this Clean 9, right, I can actually control my own appetite. I can control how much exercises, like it forces me to do exercise. So what I get from this first round is I actually lost 4.1 kg. Yeah, so actually the first 2 days I am really, really shocked. First 2 days I already lost 2 kg. Then subsequently, for the next few days, you actually see up and down of your kilograms now, but don't be very alarmed that how come it will bounce back, because you eat and you exercise differently every day. You don't do the same stuff every day ma. So someday you will eat a bit more calories, but you exercise a bit lesser. So it's very normal. That's why we usually in the booklet, right, they actually tell you to measure your weight day 1, day 3, and also day 9 after the program, so that you can see the general idea of your results. Okay, but don't worry, kg is actually just a number. Later I'll show you why, because some of my clients actually has been very upset that their kg is dropping very slowly during the whole few days. But after the whole program, they actually tell me, oh, actually I can feel a lot of difference in myself. But although the kg only maybe 2 or 3 kgs, but the difference on your physical is more important. Okay, so this is on the right side, the picture is right after my first clean 9. I actually went to a date with my husband. Then when I showed him this toilet photo of myself, he actually reminded me of my old photo. This is during Mother's Day last year, I think. That time was postpartum 4 months, if I'm not mistaken. So I actually was looking super swollen, super postpartum mom lah. So, and I'm not super how to say active after I gave birth, because I feel very tired. It's very normal. So I has been this swollen for the past 9 months before I started Forever Living. And this dress I've been wearing is a very, very old dress, like for probably 5 to 6 years ago mere dress. And you know how grateful I am to actually able to find back all my old clothes and wear again. Yeah. So in January, it's actually my birthday. So I decided to do another round of clean 9 because I actually can see the result ma. So I was super excited and I quickly started my clean 9 before my birthday lor. Then this time, when I compare myself like that, November, December, January, I really can see how drastic my physical appearance look. Of course, I'm super happy that second round I also able to drop 4 kgs lah. And actually 61.8 is like I think almost 10 years ago punya weight. Like I've never been this skinny, this light for almost 10 years already. So you can actually tell in 18 days, 2 rounds of clean 9, I went back to 10 years ago. So I'm super happy right now. Yeah, and I get a lot of compliments from people I don't even talk to. That's how I actually able to get a lot of attentions also lah. Okay, this one actually I wanted to compare my stretch marks because I also use another product called Alpha E on my stretch marks, and also our Lu Hui San Bao, our 3 treasures. But I noticed also after clean 9, my mom belly, like what Abigail said just now, the pouch is very hard to reduce. But after my clean 9, I noticed wow, the difference is a lot. Then 2 weeks later, I still continue all the supplements. Even after clean 9, I still follow up with supplements, never stop. And I noticed my pouch is also getting smaller and smaller. Sometimes if you stop certain products, right, like or certain programs, you will notice your result will be probably just stay at that level or never changes or whatsoever. So, but surprisingly, I noticed my result is really continuing to see results lah. So I did third round of clean 9 in February, right after Chinese New Year, because I actually have a goal to meet just now I mentioned I have my wedding in March. So quickly, immediately after Chinese New Year, I straight away started my clean 9 because Chinese New Year, everyone eats a lot. So this time I actually lost 2 kgs because one thing I did a lot of heavy lifting because I wanted to build more of my muscles and look much fit lah. So appearance wise, you can actually if you see properly you can actually notice my arms are more firm, less flabby. Even my belly also has a bit more abs. That's why I noticed my kg doesn't drop that much, but like I said, weight is just a number. I was still 61. Of course, Chinese New Year, I gained a bit of weight lah. So it's very important to understand that weight is just a number. Most importantly, you have to look at your total result of your whole physical appearance. Yeah, actually, I noticed another thing is my complexion. My complexion, somehow it gets like what Abigail said just now, even like for her pimples and all, it can actually improve. Yes, I actually noticed my complexion is really glowing, and of course I take a lot of berry nectar. That one is another product, but yes, consistency is really the key. So don't be afraid of what you have to eat or what you cannot eat. That one is actually not the main issue. The main issue is how you want to keep your lifestyle healthy and also consistent in exercising. This is very important. Actually, there is no program or no products that you take, right? You don't need to eat, control your food, and then you can don't exercise. There's no product like that one. So yes, you have, like what Abigail said just now, you have to really make sure you do exercise. Like some of my clients, they actually told me they do retail, like 10 to 10. When they reach home, it's already like 11 something, 12 o'clock. So they really got no time to rest or even do exercises. So what I told them, you can really Google those that is bed exercise. They actually have a video like that for people who are lazy. So sometimes when I'm lazy, I also follow exercises like that just to make my body knows that I really need to exercise, that kind of mentality. Sometimes your body need this kind of cue as well lah. So this is the testimony that Abigail just now was mentioning. She is one of my clients. Currently, she is still breastfeeding. Her son is already 2 years old, but she is still breastfeeding. Very amazing. And when she first contacted me, she saw my testimony and she's like, okay lah, let me try this also. But she told me she's breastfeeding ma. So I told her, okay, she better don't fast for the first 2 days. She can still eat, but try to control her diet and choose the correct food lah, because she need to produce milk ma. But surprisingly, throughout the whole clean 9, it doesn't affect her milk production. Somehow she said her milk production is even more. She even need to pump, and then even before she finished, right, she has been updating me on and on. Like day 6, she went to buy clothes. She can actually fit a smaller size clothes, and then she can fit back her, like those kebaya last time is like super fitting one, right? She can fit back her old kebaya and all, and her pants are looser, so you can see she actually look less bloated. Yeah. So actually, breastfeeding mom also can do clean 9, just that you have to tweak a bit of the schedule, just like that. This is my sister. She actually, when she told me she wanted to do clean 9, I was also shocked because she is also considered slim to me lah. So, but then she told me she has this bloating also for slim girls, they actually have bloating, how to say, the tummy will have protrude out also one. So for her, she actually lost 2 kg also. And then to her, the 2 kg is fine lah, but she actually never really exercised much because her schedule is really crazy. She have to OT until late night, that kind of thing. But she is also very, very happy because this is right before Chinese New Year when she did this. So she is looking even better during Chinese New Year. She can wear nicer clothes. These two are my friends. Also, they tried Clean 9 because I showed them my testimony. So my friend on the left, she previously, I tell her about Clean 9. She a bit scared lah because she didn't try fasting before. She is a foodie also lah. So she was a bit scared to start Clean 9. But then when she started the Clean 9, she actually told me, hey, actually fasting is not that bad because she actually takes supplements. So actually supplements helps you to prevent that kind of hunger. I told her if you are hungry, you take more aloe vera, take more bee pollen, like what Abigail said. She did. She also take a lot of aloe vera, more aloe vera instead. And it actually helps her to stay less hungry for longer hours. So she is very happy. She actually likes to wear those kind of tight fitting skirts one. So like you buy from Shein, all those, right? The skirt is actually not stretchy one. So sometimes when she buy back, the size is slightly smaller, but now she can actually fit that kind of skirts again. That's why she's actually very happy. And then the girl on the right, you can see immediately from the comparison of her same dress, she actually looked much better, especially the arms and her thigh. Her issue is actually with her thigh and her ass area because she has a bigger thigh kind of girl lah. So she actually has a lot of compliments from, especially from her family and all, because they actually see her almost every day. So they say, hey, actually, your thigh really looks much better. Yeah, so yeah, this is actually very, very happy for her lah, because she's one of my best friend lah. Okay, this also one of the very powerful testimony. This guy actually did, and you can see the difference in kg, almost 5 kg he lost. And like I said, yeah, Eddie. So you can see from especially the side view, his tummy literally almost flattened. He is always the bulkier side of guy. So in order to lose the kg, right, it's actually not easy because when, like I said, when you build muscle, when you exercise, you build muscle, and the muscle will actually has weight as well. So for him to lose 5 kg during these 9 days is actually very, very amazing. So guys can actually try Clean 9 as well, not just girls, because a lot of people actually thought that Clean 9 is only for girls to lose weight lah. Guys, no need lah, because guys, it's okay, that kind of thing. But actually, no, everyone needs to do at least 1 round of Clean 9 per year if you can lah, based on your budget and all. So only you can make the difference for yourself. Not to say bulky girls or curvy girls are not good, but sometimes if you can make a difference for yourself, self-love, like why not? At least you try, never know. You try already, then if it works, it works. Yeah. So this picture actually never see the light before. You guys are the first to see. Yeah, so on the left is actually my picture 2 years back when I first planning for my wedding 2 years ago before MCO. Then that time I thought I slimmed down. Actually, I really thought I slimmed down. Oh, sorry. Yeah, then that was my picture lor. Then on the right was this year January when I went back to try my quad, and I actually chose another quad because I thought this looks better for me. And when I went back to compare it, right, I literally got a shock because the difference is really, really a lot. Even before I got pregnant, I already looked like that. So right now I'm a mom and I still can look much better. Like, why not? Correct or not? Yeah, very big difference. So I'm super, super thankful. And this is the end of my presentation. If you guys have any questions for Abigail or myself, you can actually ask in the chat box. Thank you. You are welcome. Yeah, so if you are shy to put your questions in the chat box, you can actually pass your questions to your upline or whoever that introduced you, whoever invited you into this sharing tonight, and they will actually definitely answer your questions. Thank you, thank you. So if there is no any questions, then we will end here. Thank you very much for joining tonight. Thank you, Abigail.
Thanks, Cindy. Bye-bye.